Congrats on the gold medal win and a silver win in Paris, right?
Yep.
Do all great shooters shoot Beretta? No, that can't be.
Pretty close.
Let's just keep burning up the free ammo. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Target Focus Life. Today, I'm at Pro Gun in Boulder, Nevada, and we're at the Beretta Range Day. So they have all sorts of Beretta products out here for us to check out. We're gonna go look at the shotguns and see what's new in the world of Beretta. Are you ready? Let's go. So this gun is a DT11, but it's a special edition?
It's a special edition called the Pyramid. It's basically honoring all the medalists that they had that won at the Paris Games. So
do you know how many that was offhand? That was quite a few.
it was, they won 14 out of the 15 possible medals. And they were all shooting a form of the DT11.
I shouldn't miss is what you're saying.
Yeah, no excuses with this gun.
I mean, first thing I noticed is this gun is beautiful. Just with a lot of detail on the receiver.
It also has little pyramids even along the engraving on the side of the gun. And then they've gone on and put little pyramids across the top here so that you have no glaring on the rib. So, I mean, a lot of thought has gone into the production of this gun.
Almost no recoil. I mean, it is so soft.
The chromium steel barrel being internally tapered reduces the recoil significantly. It's a fantastic gun, and you know something else? You're actually shooting 001 serial number.
Oh, look at that.
So,
I love this gun. Easy on the recoil.
very well balanced.
Oh, that trigger too. That trigger's got to be 4 pounds
Yeah,
or
very
less,
crisp,
or less.
But also the balance
Yes.
is so nice with this gun. I mean, I shoot a DT11, so I'm kind of biased.
Oh my goodness.
But you can just see it's just very well balanced. Every thought has gone into it. A lot of athletes have tested it, given feedback. It's, at the end of the day, it's the ultimate competition gun, and why we won so many medals at the last Olympics.
What are the odds that I could walk away with this gun today? Might be kind of tough. Thank you so much for running through the DT11 Pyramid. I'm here with Vincent Hancock. Good to see you again, brother.
You too, man.
Congrats on the gold medal win and a silver win in Paris, right?
Yep.
We are shooting the SL2. This is a new product from Beretta, correct?
It is. That is the top of the line competition gun that you're going to see. It's the evolution of what the DT series is going to do. So the forcing cone on a DT runs from about here to say here. And then there actually runs to about here. And there's a 50mm gap between the back of the choke and the forcing cone.
Is that a parallel section?
Yeah, it'll just be parallel and then it tapers back down again in
Okay.
through the choke system.
That's on the Stellium.
That's the Stellium Pro barrel. The Stellium Pro X, the choke is actually about another inch longer in the back.
Yep.
And then you still have this 50mm parallel section, and then you've got your forcing cone. So yes, you've decreased the length of the forcing cone by a little bit, but because you've lengthened out the additional taper through the choke, you're actually keeping a much better pattern.
Okay.
And it's holding much truer to the form, the uniform shape of the pattern itself,
Sure.
and you're not blowing as many pellets on the edge.
Does it do anything to perceived recoil or felt recoil?
Yes, because of the way that, again, this is with it being a tapered section, that's going to help the pattern, but it's also going to reduce the recoil. But the biggest reducer of recoil is the fact that you're putting more center of gravity, more weight in this receiver, and you're lowering down the locking mechanism. So on the DT series, the locking mechanism is a cross-locking bolt here.
Yes.
On this gun, this is the boss locking mechanism, so it's a mid-lock. So you're moving even more weight down into the bottom of the gun,
Okay.
which is going to help the recoil be more in line with the shoulder versus being more on the top. So the lower you can get the gravity of the gun, the less it's going to recoil.
Right. This is over 8.5 pounds, I imagine.
Yes, this gun is a heavy gun.
Yes.
This one's probably closer to 9.5.
Yeah, as I'm sitting here holding it and you're talking about it, I'm like, this is getting heavy.
How did that feel in the shoulder that time?
Absolutely awesome. What do we have? 32s on this.
32s, yep.
And this is available 32.
30 and 32.
Okay.
And you're going to be able to custom order some of these barrels as well, so 28s, 29s, and it depends on what you want to get in it. But in my gun, that I've got one of these coming for me. I'll be switching in and hopefully shooting the next Olympics in this gun. I'll have a 30-inch barrel on mine.
You know the only problem with shooting this?
Now you want one?
I want one. This gun is slick, and the trigger, whew, 4 pound for sure. It might be closer to 3.
It has a drop trigger on it as well.
Okay.
So it's much like the DT. So it's an SO10 platform from here forward, and with the new barrel design as well. So I should just say it's SO10 receiver base. The DT trigger, so it's got the drop trigger on it, so it's super easy to pull out. Here, I'll show you. It's the same concept. Push the safety up, pull it down, trigger comes out.
What did you press?
So it's through the safety mechanism.
Really?
So to get it back in, it's clock it in here, hold it in, and now you're good to go.
Wow.
So if anything ever happens, or if you shoot enough, you're going to break a spring.
Yeah.
And for me, all I do is, again, push it here, open it up, trigger pops
So
out.
you're pushing on the
replace
top lever?
You got to push it over to open the gun.
Yes.
And then once you get it, because it's kind of hard to open it when you're doing it, because you're actually pushing a mechanism back that's releasing the trigger. But then to get it back in is super easy, just starting with the top, push it in, hold the bottom back here.
Cool. And the DT11 does that as well?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. What advice would you give new shooters?
There's really two ways to answer that. The first way is if somebody hasn't shot much before, the first thing I'm going to tell them is, okay, how do you look at a target? Make sure that you're looking at the bottom front edge of the target. Wherever it's going, wherever the leading edge is. If the target's going up, yes, you have to look at the top edge. But so many times, so often, they just look at the target as a whole. The other thing is that a lot of times people try to aim. So with aiming comes looking back at the barrel. When you look at the barrel, your eye comes off the target and your barrel starts to slow down. Hence the reason why most people shoot behind the targets that they miss. So keep your eyes locked on the target with about a 90% focus on the leading edge of the bird, no matter where it's going, and have a 10% awareness of the barrel. So basically the big black shadow, know where that big black shadow's at, and put it on the right spot on the target.
What's one thing you even see people with experience, the one mistake you see them make, and how can they correct that?
All too often, the people with a lot of shooting experience, when they're coming through, like say on a sporting clays course, you're coming up on a station and you have 5 pairs. They shoot really well the first 1, 2, or 3 pairs, and then they start missing targets on the 4th pair or the 5th pair. What typically happens is they start losing the sense of where is my break point, where is my hold point, and where are my eye hold points. They start rushing. They start getting out of sync with where things really should be. So make sure that on every pair you do, it's a repetition thing. You're setting your break point, you're setting your hold point, and you're making sure that your eyes are locked on the target and you're breaking it in your break point as many times as you possibly can.
We have another premium gun here. What do we have?
So this is the 486 Mark Newson. He was in industrial engineering and helped Apple design Apple stores and some of their artwork. And
oh, no kidding.
He partnered with us at Beretta and built this receiver and the engraving on the receiver.
It's a 28 gauge,
28
side
gauge.
by side.
Yes, sir.
Look at that receiver. Just beautiful artwork on there. Beautiful laser engraving. We got a straight English stock, splintered forend.
Very lightweight, very light recoil with 28 gauge.
Yeah, what is the weight on this? We're looking at sub 6 pounds?
Yeah.
Man, I love it.
And auto safety on the field gun. So every time you break the action, the gun will go on safe.
Is there a way to change that? They drive me safety. What? They drive me safety? Every time I get into a side-by-side, it takes a little while for me to figure them out, especially when you've been shooting over-unders.
Visual difference, and they do feel a little different in the way they move.
That's an awesome feeling gun. Very cool. Well, thanks for sharing, Dan.
Absolutely.
Greatly appreciate it, brother. This place is full of amazing shooters. It really is. Do all great shooters shoot Beretta? No, that can't be. But a lot of them.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Zach Keinbaum, who, correct me if I'm wrong, I try to follow as close as I can. You won World FITASC
World
shoot
FITASC
this year.
this last year, 2024.
Right, which I was there, but not for the end of it. I was only
Right.
there one day.
Right.
So that's incredibly awesome. That was fun to see you shooting out there a little bit. Any other notable accomplishments this year?
Not this past. I mean, I made all the U.S. teams and everything, but
Oh, just
over the
that.
last 5 years, I've won 3 national championships, and
Yeah.
it's been good, very good.
That makes me nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Let's just start with the 686 Silver Pigeon.
Silver Pigeon,
Which
kind
has
of the
been out for a
tried and
long
true. It's
time,
been
right?
out forever. I mean, since the 80s, Silver Pigeon has been very popular. It's kind of tried and true. What we've really done is just change the engraving pattern a little bit, change the stock dimensions just slightly, and added the adjustable cone.
But no auto safety.
No auto
Thank
safety.
goodness.
Thank
I hate auto safeties.
Right.
All right,
Let's shoot it.
Let's give it a whirl here.
That low gun move there, you could be a FITASC shooter, I think.
Ooh, I don't know. I tried it. I like it. I like it a lot, but there's something new over there. We got to grab before other people do. Okay.
Now we have something that's changed.
Tell
okay?
me about this.
Same lock design as the gun we came from, 680 series, but what they've done is beefed up the weight inside the receiver here You can see it's got some new kind of modern lines to it, but the receiver has a lot. I don't know the grams. I can't tell you exactly.
I wouldn't know the difference in grams anyway.
But it is definitely heavier than the predecessors, like what you just shot.
You can tell right off the bat.
Laminate stock. The stock dimensions you're going to like. Very similar to the 694, which you probably reviewed. Straight bluing. It's not the diamond-like coating like on the DT11s or the premium guns, but it's just straight bluing. But it's a lot of gun for the money, I promise you. And when you shoot it, I think you're going to notice a big difference between this and the regular Silver Pigeon.
Do you know what MSRP is on this?
I believe it's around
3,500. We've already had people on the channel asking about this gun, a 688. Yep. Hopefully at some point we'll get hands-on, do a full review. We're just getting a sneak peek at it here. I'm excited to shoot it. And
I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna, like those SCTP shooters, young clay shooters.
Be a great fit.
This is a great gun for anyone kind of entering the sport and wants to get fairly serious with it.
Easy on the recoil. I imagine these are 1 ounce loads.
It really reminds me of a 694.
So the 688, there's a little sneak peek look. I really enjoyed it. It comes in at a pretty reasonable price point that I think is going to be attainable for a broader group of people. And like you mentioned, those SCTP shooters, very cool. Yep. But we got more guns yet.
A300 Ultima Sporting.
Kind of a Monte Carlo,
more parallel comb.
Yeah.
The engraving's probably the biggest thing people are going to like about it.
Light recoiling gun, really good gas system. You know, this comes in at such a reasonable price point. It's a very value-driven gun. A lot of gun for the money, good value option. I've shot the A400 Extreme Plus a lot, and the more I shoot it, the more it grows on me, but I've never shot one suppressed. Cool. Awesome. I like that a lot.
There you
go. That's fun, and you know, if it's a little chilly, it's just
somewhere to keep your hand warm.
Nice little hand warmer.
Yeah.
It is the A300 Ultima, but it's a field model. Looks like Cerakoted receiver, Cerakoted barrel. It has a game scene on the backside of the receiver. Very basic wood, but again, this is a kind of a budget option from Beretta. Great gas system in this, so I really love the gas system. My stunt double must have shot that one. Thanks, Zach. Shoots great. I mean, awesome shooter.
Yep.
All right, I know we don't do a whole lot of tactical, but they got tactical guns here, so we might as well check them out. This is the 1301 Tactical. Very aggressive grips. Holy smokes, here we go. What do you guys think? Should we do tactical reviews on Target Focus Life? I do like all guns, but tactical has just not been my world. What do you guys think? I don't know, should we dive into it? This is the A300 Ultima Tactical. Got the pistol grip, adjustable stock, rail on top. This stock is not set up for me, but that's cool that it's adjustable. Let's keep moving and grooving. Let's just keep burning up the free ammo. The 1301 suppressed. Looks like we got a Salvo 12 on there. A300 Ultima 12 gauge with the JK suppressor on it. Let's shoot this bad boy at some clays. Pull. Well, that's funny. All right. That is awkward. Putting that upside down over the head. Well, there you have it from the world of Beretta. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know what stood out to you and what shotguns you would like to see us review in this year. And hopefully we can get more hands-on on the range, more detailed. Remember, whether in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots you're laser focused on. So live target focused. See ya.